ever done any long form conversation like this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, my dad doesn't listen, but I talk to him.
Yeah. Hey, we have something in common. My dad disowned me.
Right.
At least I got out of it. He gave me the easy out.
All right, we got to do a proper intro, right? Don't say anything until I say your name. I have to start over with you. Cool? You good? All right. Welcome to another episode of the I Guess So podcast. I'm your host. I'll introduce myself last. We got Max Scully, Nakata back for the triple threat. And his buddy,
3P.
Announce yourself.
Grayson.
Yeah, you broke the fucking rule.
Oh, shit.
Welcome to another episode of the I'm just... All right, Grayson, welcome. We're going to have a great time. As you guys know me, Chris, a.k.a. Chris the Barber, a.k.a. Chris Cuts, a.k.a. Chris is gay until his dad dies.
Yeah. He's here. He's
in
queer.
the closet till my dad dies.
Enigma.
Welcome to another episode of I Guess So podcast, and we broke it out like a fucking cast. Episode number 37. I'ma go on back shit loud like a 9/11. Hope this rap ain't a tragedy like 9/11. Can't compare the two, but sometimes I like hanging out in the two. You get what I'm saying? Cross just a Chris, that's what I be saying. I'ma go introduce my homie Nakata, and I'ma go and let Mac do a little rap.
Yeah, do a little rap with Nakata in the back. This pink shirt and Stewie. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I'm not really feeling the
It's
rap
all right.
right
It's
now.
all right. I get you. I'll try to fill in for your spot.
I wasn't prepared.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot like that, but I'ma go and swat like a bang up. Nope. I lost it. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm really terrible with on the spot stuff like that. Even though I have like things written, it's like always like it's like fucking B Rabbit, 8 Mile Slim Shady. I'll forget it in the moment.
Yeah, sometimes you just
Or
have those
sometimes
drives
it just-
home and you rap and you're like, I got this.
Sometimes it just doesn't fit in specifically with the beat, but enough excuses. I need to buck up and get my
Dude,
rap
if I could do
game
this
up.
stupid shit, you don't think you can? I don't even remember what the fuck I just said.
I've done it before.
I just look for words that rhyme one after the other, like rhyme and time and blizz and jizz, you know?
Yeah, Blizz and Jizz.
Blizz and Jizz.
Blizz and
Blizz
jizz.
and Jizz.
It's a good Christmas movie.
That's like a bumper sticker. Some Blizz and Jizz Christmas.
Blizz and Jizzard.
One's
you lose,
made of snow, one's made of cum.
You want to tell us
Here.
about when you lost your virginity?
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, sure. I was actually a late bloomer. I was 18. And the girl was a virgin as well.
Nice.
And I actually was thinking about this just the other month. I don't know. I probably think about it every month. And she was a virgin, and she was like, "Have you ever done this before?" And I was like, "Of course." So we went to my buddy's parents' bed, and she was a virgin, and you know what kind of happened. So
You fucked.
it looks like,
Yeah.
a Martin Scorsese scene on the bed after, and we turned on the lights and just everything, just blood,
Did you take
Blood
off?
is everywhere.
Did you get fully naked?
Oh, yeah. It was my first time. Yeah.
You took your socks off?
Oh, I took everything. I was so ready.
That shows a lot of vulnerability.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Who's almighty? Yeah.
You get all naked?
Most of the time, yeah, but I definitely know what you mean. There's been instances where I just fucking just drop my pants and
It
leave
feels
everything
dirtier
else
that
on.
way. I like it.
Sometimes, yeah. Because most of the times it's either because you just I don't know, don't want to get fucking all the way, or just
I don't want to get all sweaty and you have to shower after. Are you
Well,
a romantic fucker?
It depends on the time. I like getting dirty like that.
Also, it's my
Every so
first
often.
rodeo. Quite literally, it is my first rodeo
Right.
at that point. So
I'm
yeah.
talking about now. Are you
Oh, well,
a romance fucker?
Oh no! Now socks on. If she can just not talk throughout the 3 minutes, it's perfect. So, like,
Don't break my concentration,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
it's like fantastic.
I'm almost there. Shh.
I'm thinking of dick butt
You
kiss.
ever,
Come on.
you ever-
Right.
You ever got nervous and it doesn't get hard, so you gotta like squeeze the base,
No, man.
and then as soon as you slide it in, you're good.
No, I'm ready like a porn star.
Always, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
well,
fucking aren't.
okay, no, not always, because, well, this one time, see, well, there I was. I'm about to cuckold this couple, right? And it's an older couple.
Oh, so that
And
means
this-
you're gonna
this
fuck
old
the
lady,
you're gonna
yeah,
fuck the wife, or
This old lady's coochie was not. It was gross. I broke out of there.
why'd you even? Did they offer you money, or allegedly they offer money for sex, or
You were just curious. You just wanted to fucking.
Yeah, I just want to see what it was about. You know what I mean? And no,
Oh,
dude,
no.
but that
Was the guy sitting in his corner chair, like looking at you, like?
Not yet, dude. But her
was me.
vagina was gross. like
I
I had to
remember.
stop myself from vomiting on her like 3 times before I ran out.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, dude, it was
That sounds
bad.
terrible.
Dude, yeah, it was that bad. I'm
Way to
telling you,
play
it was that
through.
bad.
was
Like,
she good? Was she good looking though? That
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be okay. I thought it was gonna be a pretty good thing, dude.
And she had like Arby's roast beef
See, I
down
can't,
there.
I can't even. Don't
we
even make me
have
think of
the
it.
meats.
That's,
Yeah, no, it wasn't that, dude. It was just, oh, dude, I'm gonna relch thinking about it. Dude, it's really
Smelled?
that bad. Yeah, like
Ah.
the smell.
oh, my
Oh my
gosh.
God.
A football coach would be like so proud of you, though. Like,
He
you
would
went
be.
through it, buddy.
He would be because I was hard.
You went through the mud. You know?
Dude, I was hard. Oh my god,
The
she took off
stank.
her underwear, and that was it. If I keep thinking about it, I'm gonna throw up. So we gotta change the subject.
It will get the views up.
And-
Fucking shower. I'd be like,
Oh, dude, no.
What's the matter with you?
Was it dry?
No,
Oh, it's, oh.
dude, I'm really gonna.
See, I think like
All
bad.
right.
Yeah, we gotta move on, dude. Yeah, we gotta move on.
Content. Come on.
I
You
will
gotta
relch all
fucking
over your
buck
mic.
up, Buckaroo. What the fuck you mean I'm gonna throw up? You better man up.
I manned up and I ran the fuck out of there. Thank God I drive a fast
It was
car.
a very
A
traumatic.
10,
man,
100,
Dude, it
don't
was
throw
very.
up.
That was my very first bad. I've never had bad vagina before. That was my very first one.
It's obviously a very
It
traumatic
almost,
experience for him.
yeah, dude. It almost ended my fetish for older women. I have a thing for older women. I've laid very beautiful older women that almost ruined it for me.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Do you like Loki?
That was
Wanna,
like if that was Rosie O'Donnell's vagina, that's what that shit would fucking be like probably. And it was probably like Nancy Pelosi's pussy too.
like,
Both them bitches.
do you like the sexual part of it, or do you like? Would you, in a perfect scenario,
So
want
it's
to like find a
more-
nice older woman you can
So I'll
like
say this,
take-
like
be your
sex.
caretaker till she dies, kind of?
If she paid me, fuck yeah, I'd be her sugar baby. or whatever
Oh,
the fuck.
I was just talking about this with this dude I was working with today because we were out in a fucking nice ass area and some fucking blonde chick comes by in a like Camaro convertible and she just waves and he's like, oh yeah, you could be my fucking sugar mama any day. And then
Yeah,
we just started
see?
busting up and we're like, if only it were so easy. Like,
You have with great dick comes great responsibility. I don't have that great dick, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of guys doing that. You got to know how to handle it.
See,
You gotta-
even if you don't have a great dick, you can have great dick giving abilities.
Is that Proverbs?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a Japanese proverb because you know,
I've
I
mastered.
row long way in ocean on small boat.
I've mastered. I've mastered my art form. Like if I got a new
See,
dick
there you go,
yesterday,
yeah.
it would take a while to get used to it. Like I've
Okay.
mastered my.
See, that's what I'm saying. Then
My
you
art
should
form.
be good. You should be good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
If you got your dick replaced,
Yeah.
you would. Oh, huh.
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
It's a lot of confidence. Nice.
What do you mean?
If you got a new dick.
If you got like a new, you
got a
were
new
saying like
dick.
if you had a new dick tomorrow, you'd still just like know what to do.
Like your
I
art
don't
form
know.
would change because you have a new
No,
dick.
I'm saying I need.
You don't
new,
think
I
you're.
got a new form. You know.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And then you know what? When you meet a chick, you could be like, "This isn't even my final form," and then that way she's
yeah.
really
Just
turned
wait.
on.
Like just give me
And then
like
she
42
leaves.
hours.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Give
42
me,
hours.
give me 42 hours, bitch. And we'll see.
42 hours. That's it.
Yeah.
42 hours. That's pretty good.
I probably get like bigger forearms with longer strokes. I think.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying when I'm
probably, yeah.
jacking off more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All kinds of muscles start changing. Yeah, sure.
Muscles are weird. We all
Yeah.
have them. Would you trade in your dick for the newest model if you could?
Sure. Yeah.
it's like the fucking
yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm Asian, of
the
course.
XP 1000. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get to pick. You know, I'm not taking Nakata's dick, right? I mean,
That's a
definitely.
downgrade, probably. That's a downgrade. That's 2 bombs worth of dick.
It's like so it's like fucking any of the cameras see like these fucking things with the hairstyles. It'll be like they'll bring out a catalog like that. We're like, so we got these fucking different dicks. You know,
Our
different,
most popular models,
right?
Yep.
Do you want to rip off a tourist in Miami with your dick?
Ron Jeremy and John Holmes would be up there. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Whoever that doctor dude is, I can't never remember his name. I really don't care though.
Does a doctor porn star?
Yeah, some dude. He's always playing like a doctor.
You're
He's
talking
like
about
the same
Johnny
bald-headed
Sins?
dude.
Johnny
yeah,
Sins.
thank
Yeah.
you. I gotta try to remember.
Legend.
He's
Legend.
everything.
Yeah, dude, I'm bad at names.
He's a
so.
fucking
Porn stars are the worst actors, dude.
He's a doctor.
They don't care. They're having
Yeah,
sex
but-
with each other. The acting can be terrible at once.
I've said
Everyone's
it-
in it for the sex anyway.
I've said
I've
it
told him
before.
this before.
Who's
He
in it
wants
for
to
the
do high
storyline?
production
I've said
porn, and I'm like,
high
nobody wants to
production
see that
porn
shit.
with like a good story would change the game.
People are
You wanna
still
do some
gonna
Dirk
fast
Diggler
But
forward.
they do
People are
that.
still- yeah, they
They
try.
do that, but
people
it's
do.
behind a paywall.
Like
Yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
I Am Legend with fuck scenes.
I am legend.
The people are still gonna kind of
Wow.
fast forward through there and be like, "Oh, I'm trying to see something."
Well, just
like
find
long
out.
fuck scenes?
Find the
Like
title
iPhone?
of what you
No,
want
like
to watch.
in the storyline.
Oh, okay.
They do those porns.
yeah,
I-
it's called Game of Thrones. I thought that's
do
what
that?
Game of
I
Thrones
remember,
was.
I remember like fucking 2002 and all this stuff, Cinemax, and they were doing that shit. They had like
Oh,
a
yeah.
Spider Woman version, and sure, it wasn't hardcore back then, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like
Had
people
some
have
skin.
people have tried to do that, but nobody takes it seriously, especially if it's gonna cut from, let's say, I Am Legend zombies, and then it's two chicks fucking scissoring each other or something, and everyone's like, what's going on with these zombies? They're gonna hear you. They're gonna fucking hear you out there.
Imagine the movie's just as good though.
Or like a quiet place, but like they gotta fucking fuck really silently.
Yeah, like really slow. It's like
Not
a really
even
slow
breathing.
fuck scene. I bet you Christopher Reeves
That's
would have
kinda
loved
hot.
that one.
That's kind of hot, dude. I like that. I like that.
Don't say a fucking.
What do they
word.
say in Superbad? They're like, sorry that the Coen brothers don't direct the porn I
Right.
watch.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
I want
Just
some-
taking what I can
He's
get.
always.
at
I
this
want to
point.
see if I'm paying $8 a month. I want to see a little production value.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that'd be a dope ass porno. Imagine
Yeah.
they're fucking. She accidentally lets out like and she's like, oh shit. And then you hear that cinematic music, dun, dun, like,
He's like, I need to finish now. He's like, you just hear the fucking creature coming through, and he's like, oh, I'm almost there. Like, she's
Dude.
like, we need to go.
Back in the day, horror movies, if they just went a little further in the sex scenes, it would totally be that.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
completely. Because you see them.
They were
getting
pretty
fucked,
good back in the
you
day.
know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was rewatching the first Friday the 13th.
those all had nice tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like even the like
Stellar.
They really did show like a lot of tits. Like even though they didn't show like I guess one of like the younger girls like breasts, but they really focused on making sure she didn't wear a bra and making sure her nipples were showing the whole time. No, focused up on it. So I guess
Have you
that's-
watched 50 Shades of Grey?
No, just like
They
I
halfway
won't-
showed that dude's dick too.
I bet they did.
Like he's pulling out and then they switch scenes.
Jeez, I need to watch it.
So they show like his base. They show like the
Yeah,
base.
it
show
shows
the
the
shaft.
base. It
Yeah.
shows the
Shaft.
base.
Yeah,
That's what I didn't get out of Brokeback Mountain, you know? It's like, show more dick.
yeah.
Come on.
Says here I got to show
Wow.
my dick.
Jake Gyllenhaal, come on, give me that.
I'm only comfortable with showing the base. We'll work with you.
He's like, we'll edit it out, buddy.
We don't want the tip here.
I have what's called a chode. I got a nice base.
So that's the
Nice.
full end of it.
That's
Right.
the best part. Give me with my good side. Give me a little Cialis before we start.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know what my
Blue
Cialis
Chew.
is? Just weed and the right woman. That's
Well,
my
you're
Cialis.
fucking a super dude. Apparently, you were always hard. Apparently,
I've heard some
Yeah, like I
guys
said,
saying
like
that
porn
weed
star.
gets them, that makes them not hard. It
Oh.
gets them like not horny or
Oh.
whatever the anti-horny
I mean,
is.
it's like anything. Like it's supposed to be like a depressant, like a downer, sort of. But I mean, your heart rate's elevated. So, like I said, I guess for me, I guess I'm thinking about it different. I guess where my mindset is. You know, like I mean, I just smoked a whole joint, but I don't want to fuck any one of you. You know what I mean? So it's not like
Wow.
I mean, it's not like any one of you
You
would
sure
tell I have
about
a-
that?
So your little theory is totally incorrect. Then. I mean,
Well, I'm wearing loose
there are
pants. so
3
it's not-
fuckable men, right? 4 actually.
So
so you wouldn't fuck us, but if the opportunity arose, would you go jack off in the bathroom?
no,
Not feeling that either. No, then your theory's wrong.
no. We're like
So it's
I
so
would-
it's
I would
probably
have
a
to have an
mixture of
urge
the
to
weed
wanna go
and
jerk
looking
off.
into your lady's eyes and be like, I'm feeling this weed right now.
yeah,
You just
like,
need to
I'm
find
ready
a
fucking-
Chili's,
yeah.
dude. You'll get horny.
She's like, I'm feeling.
Yeah.
You're just like you're like just a super dude. You're like the Liver King on his off season. That's what you remind me of, kind of.
Oh, really? No, dude. It's just kind of how I've
Like
always been, dude.
Zach and Mary, Lester the molester. You just fucking drop them, and they're like, "Wow, that's impressive!" Like instantly hard.
Lester the molester.
I would.
It's so funny. He's all Lester the molester, cock and stuff.
No, it's just like ever since I was a kid, dude. I mean, because I smoked weed, since I was 14, so like freshman year of high school. So that's kind of how it's always been for me. So
Do you like get high the first time and then go rub one out at home? You're like feeling a little groovy.
no, the first one I just walked home and then I passed out because I was like super high and I was kind of tired. So that was my first time.
That's funny because my first time, I remember it was like 8th grade, but I was also walking home from school and someone pulled it out, and I'm like, I was trying to inhale and like couldn't know how until I choked, and then force yourself to inhale, and then I'm just fucking stupid stoned, when I get home, like.
For a second, I thought you were talking about your first time jacking up as you were walking home. And
Same fucking here.
Walking backwards one day.
Someone pulled it out.
Tried to pick up a ride at the same time.
Oh, just sit at the back of the school bus like everyone else. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. There's some weird people in the world.
Oh, I remember in like eighth
I've
grade,
seen
there was
that.
a girl that was like, she was giving hand jobs to like kids for like
Oh.
$5.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
It's good
boy
marketing.
howdy
I'm not
was
in
that.
That's good business.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know Butters went to your school, man.
I fucking follow her on
Yo.
LinkedIn.
Oh,
Out of
really?
all
On LinkedIn?
places, yeah,
That's great.
it's hilarious. Yeah,
So is she still giving out hand jobs?
I mean,
They're 15 years old.
I was gonna say, I don't think she charging $5.
If she's on LinkedIn-
update your resume, lady.
she's on LinkedIn. I want her to get linked onto my dick.
All right. Calm down. That's my mother.
Sorry.
We're talking
Dude, I told you I'm into older ladies.
We rode on the same bus. You know?
Yeah.
She was the bus driver.
Man.
Yeah, just the bus.
Yeah, I remember she packed me that peanut butter jelly sandwich that one time.
Oh, yeah. No, a kid would hand her a $5. She'd pull over and be like, all right, kids, close your eyes. Back to the bus.
Bus driver pussy has to be something unique after a long day of bus driving.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's
No way.
pretty similar to what Nakata was describing earlier.
It's going to be real
it's gotta
savory.
be.
Fucking sourdough bacon down there under the seat, fucking for 8 hours a day.
You remember the first
And
time?
they're not driving the whole time. They drive in the morning, and then I don't they take a break midday? They can freshen
They have
up.
to.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
can freshen
'Cause-
up between
Unless they're doing
between 11 and
what do those
2.
kids do?
Yeah, they go to school. Why?
No. Outside, they field trips.
Oh,
Field trips.
fentanyl.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about fentanyl.
yeah, kids are doing that too, apparently.
You could buy fucking, I was going to say fentanyl cartridges. You could, probably you could, but you could buy
Probably.
fucking DMT cartridges.
I've heard of that, the DMT
What?
ones.
Where?
I don't know.
So it's like this basically,
DMT
right? If I take one hit and then what? Like I'm
I will have.
No, it's 3 hits.
Trial
Apparently,
and
when you
error.
start it, it's 3 hits. So
Really?
there's like a process to it. Yeah, you're supposed to like take like as much as you can take, and you hold it for as long as you can, and then you let it out slowly.
Have
And then
you
you
done
take
it
your
before?
other one. No, this is what I heard from my buddy Mike Long, who I work with. He's another comedian who I want to have on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Funny dude. But he was telling me about it while we were hanging out. He was just kind of talking about trips and how things go and stuff. And I'm curious as shit, so I want to know how things go because apparently that DMT is the chemical that's released when you die, and that's And he told me that he went to the next plane, like whatever the plane was.
I believe that's what your heaven and hell experience is. My theory is that when you're about to die and you quote unquote see your life in front of your eyes,
Yeah.
DMT releases, and based on your self judgment of yourself, you either go to hell and the lights go out, or you see the light and the lights go out. But I feel like that's up to your. I think that's the salvation. Is either you die feeling like shit, like I'm about to go to hell, or you like, oh, I fucking made it, and the lights are gone.
So yeah, I think it's just all about as long as you have a good your character's good, like you're a genuine good person, you're not just a good person, just a fucking post on social media and shit. Then yeah, you're gonna I think you're gonna ascend. You're gonna go to whatever the next plane is, right? You're gonna go to heaven or whatever's above it or whatever.
You believe in heaven and hell?
I mean that I don't really know. I feel like we're like energy to some extent, but yeah. I mean, I don't really know if there's a heaven or a hell, honestly.
Yeah, like biblical heaven and hell. I don't really believe in it either.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not was raised very Christian, but never stuck.
Yeah. So like a lot of things I've been reading on because like I've said before on this podcast, like I do believe in God, but I'm not religious, or I wouldn't say I'm spiritual, just because But all the other books I've been reading about the energies, because we're all in energy or vibration, right? Like vibration's all a thing. We're all on a wave. You can test it out with science and everything else, right? That's why all that stuff exists. And that religion is just a way to kind of control people because of what people actually do know, the information based off of what they do know of the, like I said, the next level, like the next astral plane, as it were, right? Because that's kind of how it works. Like there's supposedly 7 levels to heaven, which there's actually, if you read, there's this book I'm reading, it's called Text. It kind of explains this in a way and how like there is 7, like we're like a kind of like a baser plane, and there is like an essentially like a heaven, like different levels. And the more like you do the meditation or use like these vibrations or you're doing certain things, it's kind of how you can unlock your pineal gland, which what everyone says, like all the food we eat and all the stuff that we do is kind of like calcifying it and blocking it.
Fucking go.
Right.
Hey,
but DMT is like a full release
toss.
of all of that and everything else.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say, geez.
But it works
Sounds
that
like
same
you don't
way.
need DMT if you've read that.
But
Holy
it works
fuck.
the same way. It's kind of a hard read, and it like the way the guy explained it isn't too good. That's why I don't know if the guy who wrote the book really understood what he was trying to say. But I understood his like rationale behind it in a way. But I'm still trying to understand it myself. But
If it
but
doesn't
it's
involve
true.
crayons, I'm not reading it. So.
Right, but it is true. What is above is below, and there are levels like in hell, like it depicts in what's that? What's the name of that book?
Dante's Inferno.
Yes, thank you.
Jack
Yeah,
said it.
and there's levels. There's certain layers to hell as well.
Well, I did, back in the good old college days, I did DMT like a few times, and good Lord, that sounds way scarier than what
Well,
I
yeah,
ever
what's your experience
experienced.
like?
That was fucking,
Like I said,
that was
like-
fucking nuts.
Like a scientific
It's actually on the
experiment, like
floor
you would
of the
do. You want to know different people's experiences. So, like, what was your experience when you did it?
Oh, it was
can remember.
no, it was fun. I mean, it definitely you hallucinate like a motherfucker. But yeah, I was always like conscious of like where I what like. I mean, it got a little hectic, but it gets a little hairy at times. But I mean, you always can keep in the back of your mind in like 5 minutes, it's all over. Like so,
yeah.
you'll be back to like pretty sober.
So like an acid trip, basically, or like a shroom trip.
Yeah, it's like-
just in a more intensified basis.
Yeah, it's like
I've
if they
done,
just
I've done acid and shrooms.
Like a
and
ton of
that's-
acid?
That's why I've been curious.
yeah, it's like
but,
if they like inject if you like did acid in the eye or some
the
shit.
liquid,
the
the liquid LSD.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
supposed to be way better than tabs too.
Oh yeah,
if
shout
you
out to
find
my
it.
old roommate. You remember
Yeah,
that?
fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, I'm always interested. I'm a little freaked out to want to try it or do it, but I am interested. So
Oh yeah.
everyone wants to know what the truth is. Everyone's looking for answers, right?
Well, riddle me this. How come when you're in a car, it's like you barely fit in the fucking lane? But when you ride the bus, there's a row of 2 people and a row of 2 more people, and there's room to walk in the middle.
Crazy, right?
Are you like suggesting the bus is like Harry Potter bus somehow, and it's like bending the
So
I'm
the
saying I
laws?
haven't been knowing what's been going on for these past couple months. I'm looking for some answers.
So if you actually have you actually stood out like
You
on
real?
the street? Yeah,
right.
I think so.
He's real, like he's
Yeah,
real,
like
and
us,
like
yeah.
what the fuck's that one dude's name back there, your buddy?
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
I don't know.
No, like if you actually stand on a street,
This spirit named Raphael.
like, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Raphael, that was
Yeah, don't
it.
break that cycle now.
Raphael
if you-
lives inside my mind.
Raphael,
He's a
like the
Puerto-
Ninja Turtle, or
He's a Puerto Rican / Cuban.
That's what I said.
oh yeah,
He actually doesn't like the Ninja Turtles, and every time I ask him something, he never really says anything except "Ya tu sabe."
yeah, tu sabe, really?
Yeah, that's all. That's a good advice and bad advice.
Right.
He helped me get through my first time of getting herpes.
It could be anything.
The first and
That's
last.
the first time.
First
Oh,
time.
okay.
It's never the last.
It's not inflamed at the moment.
Raphael's your nanny.
I don't know. I hope Raphael's not fake. You're not real, man.
Oh, did you see that lady at on the? These motherfuckers aren't real. That
yeah.
lady.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
I
a
think we
classic.
briefly talked about that, but
I've been seeing a lot more videos about that and how there's actually some like truth to like, but like anything, everyone's gonna call people crazy for looking into it.
well,
but
I've seen all kinds of shit about it. But,
Yeah, like-
what do you guys think? She saw. or fucking.
Well, what she supposedly saw was the reptilians that everyone's talking about, like the actual.
That's what I've heard. That's the same
Like the
shit
actual
I've heard.
elitists who are like.
I think she saw
reptilians.
the end of a crushed up Xanax and then blacked out and then woke up in jail.
Yeah.
That's what I think she saw.
yeah. But like I said, again, the idea that, I mean, because Antarctica, like I said, like if you look at like older maps that are dated like, like 17th, 18th century, apparently, like Antarctica's not there. And then all of a sudden it's just there, right? And everyone's going to say, like, changes in the, the fault lines and blah, 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 and the world changing and stuff, right? Which also can make sense. But people fuck with numbers and people can fuck with whatever they want, whenever they want, anytime. And as long as no one else really questions it, then they kind of get away with it. And it goes with anything.
What if my theory is just that, and then no one had just found Antarctica
I'm
at
good,
the
man.
time.
Wait, Antarctica is not real? Is that what the theory is?
No,
I'm
it's
good,
real.
I'm good, bro.
Just put it on the table. It's all good.
Oh, I'll keep going.
No, go
Unless you
ahead.
guys want.
That's all you.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Where should I ash? I just feel so bad just fucking putting it all over your table, just on the floor.
It's cement. It's just concrete.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Fuck my floor, right?
I don't want to be. See, that's the thing. I don't want to be disrespectful. That's why I asked.
It'll
man.
get swept up.
I ain't being disrespectful.
That was the most mafia done. yeah, it's concrete.
Now,
Hey,
clean
fuck my
now.
floor, huh? Like,
Hey, who the fuck brought this guy?
Yeah.
Who the
Just
fuck
friendly
are you?
setups.
You
friendly
come to
setups.
my
this guy.
fucking
Yo,
studio.
he's like, you're gonna clean this up later afterwards.
With my ass.
There's a broom.
You must be
Mine
a new
is-
guy.
I guess so. Yeah. Sorry. What are you gonna do here?
You must not know about me.
No, so Antarctica is a real place. It's just man-made, like, because supposedly it's. They're doing a lot of research with like the ocean and stuff, which is true, and there's a lot of other research facilities that are on that whole block of ice. But the people who go around like this certain part of the hemisphere to get on the other side where this wall is, they were taking pictures by their plane, and I guess they got arrested for it. And no, you're not going to see it because it's not mainstream media. It's not going to be. Where you're going to find it. Like, you're not going to go looking for that story, so who's really going to care about it? So it's kind of easily brushed away, right? And then it can be put away as like a conspiracy theory. But then, like I said, you kind of look into it on your own. You kind of do your own research, which everyone says you shouldn't do.
Dude, don't
So
let
it's
this guy
interesting.
find out about 4chan.
So
That
it's just
is going to be
interesting.
a fucking
4chan,
catastrophe.
Yeah, I love
No, I'm
4chan.
just-
But like I said, it's
just
all I'm saying is it's interesting. There's things that are looking worth into. It's not that, again, not it's like anyone. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket, but you're just like, well, fuck, that's interesting. I like reading into shit. I like looking into shit. I mean,
What's your favorite? These are conspiracy theories. Okay.
yeah, all this is in the
JFK,
conspiracy
the
theory.
classic one.
Yeah, the bucket, like 9/11's an inside job. But like, again, I see videos of interviews of people who are like very well known and credentialed fire marshals and fire chiefs and stuff, and how they do their investigations and how the process. And there's a video of this fire chief who's an actual dude. How he's talking about how he's seen a lot of demolitions because he was this known fire marshal in New York, and he said when he looked at the rubble of 9/11, he said it was demolishing like it was fucking like someone blew it up. Like two planes, sure the planes crashed into it, but it wasn't enough to bring them down. Like there was a detonated explosion.
Yeah,
Like, there was a
I've
boom
seen,
and
I've
then a
seen
boom,
videos.
like,
Yeah,
they
you could
missed
see
it.
like down. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like
So he said it
way,
looked
way
like it was
down.
controlled, and it wasn't the first video I saw. There was like multiple videos I saw of different people and different people saying it. And also, I got to meet two New York firefighters who were there at 9/11 at one of my military dine-ins, and I got to ask them a lot of questions about it, and they told me a lot of different shit that I wasn't supposed to really say. But I'm not going to go into detail what they told me, but just based on what their story was and kind of the realism they got with me, because I wanted the truth and I want to know the truth, because I don't vote Democrat or Republican, because that's how fair I am. And it's all just one big joke to me too. Like we can get into that, but this next year is gonna it's gonna give me one big headache because of it. So
Next year's election is important, man. We gotta vote for the boy DT.
DT,
Donald
who's
Trump.
He ain't running again.
So,
he's
okay.
he's being
So,
fucking.
you did see that
He's on
that,
trial right now.
I saw him today.
You did see that that piece he did back in the 80s, sometime in the 80s in the interview. How he said if he ever ran as a politician, he would do it as a Republican because he knows how Republicans think and they're dim-witted enough to believe in what he would say, so they would get votes.
I've seen that.
So, sure, maybe he turned over a new leaf because of all the crooked shit that may or may not be happening behind closed doors, but how everyone's acting about everything that's happening with Epstein and everything else, like I said, it's worth looking into because it's like, well, that's really convenient. Like, why is this happening? I want to know more. So, Donald Trump was a very well-known registered voted Democrat He's been at parties with the Clintons for years. You can see him shaking hands and kissing with all of them. You know, he lobbied like a motherfucker for him to get them in office in the 90s. And now he's debating her in 2016. He's debating against his best friend's wife, basically. Like, you're fucking kidding me. I saw part of the flight log list that they released. Trump's name is on it at least once. Bill Clinton's name on it is on it like 26 times.
Flight log?
The flight log to Epstein Island. I saw a partial release list. Like,
Their numbers.
so it's not his client list, but it was the flight log to Epstein Island, and I read the names that were on there, and it was their hand signatures and everything. Like, it's a legitimate form that I looked at because it's a federal document. So I pulled it because it's public information now. You can look it up. So it was a federal document that I looked up, and it's in there. Yeah. Trump's name's on it, Clinton's name's on it, Epstein's on it several times, Ghislaine Maxwell's on it several times, the Prince is actually on there. Like, all these names that they're saying all over the news, it's not a conspiracy. It's fucking real. It's fucking real. And I posted on my Facebook, but I don't know how many shares it got.
Well, it's crazy that
it got taken down.
It's crazy you're talking about that. I did, like, you know, I'm like you. I like to learn about shit, but I did a deep dive into that shit, right? Into, like, you know, around when, you know, the whole Pizzagate shit was going on. And
it's true. And it's so true.
Well, it's like they're trying to silence all that shit.
They are. And
they're going to fucking
look how
take this
everything's
episode
going.
down. Don't take it down.
And now all this stuff in Hawaii, right?
guys,
and now all this stuff in Hawaii, look.
I don't care
look
about
what's
that. I'm cool with them.
right?
I like them.
Good. But you look at all this stuff in Hawaii, how all it's conveniently happening. Why did they evict all those people? And you look at the videos from people that they're sending from Hawaii on their TikToks, and it's eviction notices of their home that just got burned down from the wildfire. But everyone can't go back to their home. They can't claim all their stuff. Like, they can't go back. We're like, once all the rubble is clear, how come they can't build another home? Like, why isn't the government helping? And their whole mayor and everyone's pushing away media. He's not answering all these questions. So it's like, so all this must be really happening. And now everyone has to see it, but everyone's still
Talk about a Hawaiian punch.
It really is. Oh my God, seriously. No, I think it's funny.
No,
I'll leave.
I think it's funny. No, dude, I think it's funny because it's fucking true, dude. Like, everyone's asking and begging for help from the government, from Biden, and they're not doing anything. They're
aren't we
they're
funding
saying on the
them?
media
we
they're
give
doing all of
Ukraine,
this.
we're
and they're
giving
not doing
Ukraine,
anything.
Yeah, aren't we
Anything.
giving
That's what I'm
Ukraine a
saying,
bunch of
we're
money?
giving Ukraine
dude,
billions of dollars, but you know, no one wants to help Hawaii. I don't fucking get it.
And check this out. You're getting this from a military guy because I know this because I work for the Army and I know DoD stuff. So Egypt, right? One of our allies in NATO. They have no national defense budget of their own.
Are you hard right now? Because
I
I'm
am. I'm wearing
fucking
loose
harder
pants.
than
I am. I'm wearing loose pants.
Diamond
So,
in an ice storm.
The U.S.
Go ahead.
We give them all of their stuff, all of their equipment, all of their money for their national defense. They don't spend a dollar of their own money in Egypt for it.
Heck
Why?
yeah.
And all the secrets that are supposedly in Egypt, that's a conspiracy, right? Why is it such a big deal that we're giving them all of our money?
Wait, we're
their
giving
own
Egypt our
defense?
money?
Yeah. So think of our national defense budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
We give a portion of that to Egypt, and they don't spend any of their money on their own national defense, not a fucking cent at all. Why? Why is that? And it's been going on for years and years and years and years. Why are we still at Cuba?
Because they
Dude,
have
it's
their
a
own
media
defenses?
move.
Got
Dude,
those
it's a media move.
alligators in
Dude,
Nile.
listen, it's a media move. We're not pulling out of fucking Cuba. It's a stronghold. It's been a stronghold since the fucking Cold War. We're not pulling out of there. It's a stunt from the media. So everyone eats up votes. So everyone votes Democrat, Republican.
You don't have to
right?
point at me.
Sorry,
I got you.
I'm just pointing in general. Sorry, I'm just pointing. So everyone
You
votes.
fucking voted.
Yeah, you motherfucker.
I-
So I'm just pointing in general. I'm sorry.
We'll share our ballots later.
See,
you know?
I couldn't do this anymore in the military because everyone got so offended. So I went back to pointing. That's how you know I'm not pointing at
You
people.
got
It's
really
just
in trouble for
generalization.
the whole
right?
thing.
But
Yeah.
it eats up votes. That's why people keep voting Democrat, Republican, because they're going to finally close Cuba. They're going to finally stop torturing those poor detainees. And it's not even like that anymore. Yes, it was like that at the time, but it really got cleaned up there, and it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. But it's a media stunt. I got to watch media tours every single day in and out of that place.
It
was all a lie, and I got tired of hearing it on the news because it was all one big lie. And I saw the joke finally, and I finally woke up.
It's all corrupt, man. It's all one big lie. But when it comes to like here's my point of view on why I like the guy. I think he, like you said, he played the system. He got in the game. He made his moves, and now he was president. He might be again. I think he'll win if he runs. Personally,
But
I
like I
feel
said-
like the tables have turned on him. People really like him now.
If
'Cause I
that's
think-
true, good. Then all for it. But I had to see it first. I haven't really seen. The only hard evidence I saw was when he made North and South Korea come to their truce, so we wouldn't have a war. That was pretty much the only good thing he did. He started the COVID vaccines, and nobody wanted to get it when he started to push it out. Not until Biden became president. Isn't that funny? Trump's vaccine was
watch-
no good, but you just scrub off Trump's name and slap Biden's name on it, and everyone's getting a fucking vaccine. How convenient is that?
Oh, it's all moves. They just control us. We just have. So even the ones that are woke and we knew not to do it, some people had to do it because of their
That's
job.
fake wokeness. That's the social media wokeness. That's what everyone. That's what they want you to think it's like. But if you look around in the world, it's actually not that bad. People are still really nice. It's not as crooked it is all over all that bullshit.
Sorry, I thought I heard a fucking crackle.
Oh, you're good.
I thought I got to show you this video I saw. It talks about like this has all been planned by foreign entities, like to just dumb our fucking society down for the last 20 years or.
Well,
I think of the American education system. Where
there's a lot of
not doing too good.
There's a lot of companies overseas that have been buying. I was just reading about this, like buying massive food fucking places here and this and that, and they're perfectly fine with looking the other way to use cheaper ingredients that are fucking bad for
Yeah, and Bill Gates has been doing it too.
Yeah, they're like mass poisoning, people slowly with America's food supply.
See, their excuse for letting China just come and buy up all of our land instead of us using it and moving our homeless into homes out there and doing something good for them. They're going to say China could go ahead and do it because apparently we owe China that big debt. Does everybody remember that talk from when we were growing up, how we owe China this huge debt, and that's why we have this national debt that's been going on, that's been growing and growing and growing?
Yeah, there was this website, remember, you can go to, and you can see how it ticks up every second.
And apparently that's a fake number because with math, you can fuck with numbers if you want to, but we still owe them a debt. But how they're going to cover up once we finally, when everyone finally figures it out, they're going to cover up and they're just going to say, well, we owe China this money. That's why they're taking this land here because we kind of give them something since we can't really give them money because inflation's so bad. Well, why'd you print all this fucking money and give everyone all these fucking checks during the pandemic? Trump started with all those fucking checks and giving out those checks, and then Biden just continued, and everyone just still cheered while everyone else complained about more spending. Like, it's just stupid.
You don't remember times were just good the last time he was president, though? The economy was the shit. Everybody just seemed nicer.
No, dude.
Nobody seemed nicer.
Dude, there's still so many
to-
people who are still
Hispanics
really
were a little
pissed.
nicer,
A little
more
bit.
respectful. Now they got a Democrat representative. They just think they're on top. They think they can just say whatever lo que quieran a la ver. No, you got to chill the fuck out, bro.
I could not agree. No, I'm just kidding.
See, and,
Finally, somebody said, Chris, thank you. God.
and I could never vote for a Democrat because a Democrat elected president is the one who put my great-grandparents and my grandfather in the internment camps when they moved here before the start of the World War. And so they moved here in California, and then I guess they moved to Arizona, and they put them in the internment camps in Arizona. So a Democrat elected president put my fucking grandparents. So I could never vote for a fucking Democrat. If you're any person of race, I would never vote for a Democrat because it's been told so many times in the media. And Malcolm X has said it, and a couple people, and they said the Democrat lies. They tell you things that are going to be like this. They want to seem like they're your friend, but they're really not. And yeah, my great grandparents were living proof. I think if I ever voted a Democrat, I think they would roll around in their graves.
This is gonna sound funny to you, maybe. There's a stereotype amongst like Hispanic community that they just vote Democrat because it's just this thought we've been implanted since you're a kid that Democrats are going to help us out.
They wanted to do that to you. They wanted to do that Black and Hispanic communities because they know they would always need your swing vote. That's why they always push it.
Yeah.
Dude, why do you think Biden said if you have to think about who you're voting for, you ain't that black? And no one did anything. Because he's a Democrat, and everyone thought it was, I guess, great. I thought it was fucking stupid. I couldn't believe he said that, because if Trump said it, dude, they'd be hanging him right now.
Probably.
I remember that. I was
You know
like,
what I mean?
The fuck?
Like why would any respectable person vote for a man who would say that? Dude, you can look up. He signed, and he pretty much front-headed for the 1994 crime bill. And he even said in court in front of the panel supporting this bill, saying he wouldn't want his kids growing up in a racial jungle.
Yeah.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? But he meant black people. He's a known fucking racist and a Democrat, dude. The KKK was started by Democrats, the Democratic Party. It wasn't just Republicans. I'm sure some Republicans didn't want to be Republicans anymore, and they just switched to being Democrats. But you have Democrats and Republicans switching sides all the time. So, I mean, what are they doing? Are they muddying up the waters, or are they really changing for the good of it, right? Or is it just all part of the big plan? Is it just a big fucking scheme? Like, why is Trump so important? Like, that's my big question. Like, I do see, like I said, some of the good things, right? Because maybe they do good things here and there,
I
and
think
that's
it's
fine.
all a scheme.
Give them credit when credit's due. Yeah, but what are they scheming? Like, what's the end game? What's the end game? That's all I want.
There's stuff
What's
we're
the
never
fucking
gonna
point?
find.
How
Yeah.
do we get to
Good
it?
luck monetizing this episode, you
Yeah,
two.
baby. Fuck
All
it.
right.
I
I'm all
want-
ready to be
dude,
on a list.
I want a
Good
fucking
God.
purge. I'm sorry, I didn't
No,
think it would
I
go
don't.
here this episode, but yeah, I want to purge really because
I think we'll be fine.
I hope I pray every
Ain't
night
got
that
that
everyone will
much
be
for
fine.
years.
Like I really don't want.
No,
I
mean
don't
like
want anything bad to happen.
I mean like this
don't.
episode. Fuck everybody else.
I don't say that. Like I think everyone should just take care of themselves. You got to plan to make sure you stay safe, and you got to do whatever you got to do because people are malicious. Look at Black Friday. Look what people were doing to people during COVID. They were attacking people for not wearing their mask and trying to be different and do an individual thing, which I thought that's what Democrats were doing. They're being individuals and doing their own thing. But when they saw you being an individual and doing your own thing during the pandemic, they fucking attacked you for it. I saw videos of this. It makes me afraid. I don't want to go out in the world and see all that hate. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want my son to be a part of that. You know what I mean? Just because I feel a little differently than someone else does. Like I don't want to be judged that way, but people are going to judge you anyway. So people should just be
I
prepared and just
remember
be
when
smart. Think for
when shit
themselves.
first went down, and I mean, you had that going on. You had people fighting over fucking toilet paper and buying legit fucking
Yeah, like what was
everything.
that about? That's
I
so
want to be
weird.
booked in a bed in your bunker, wherever that may be.
Dude, if
That's-
you feel it, dude, yeah,
Let me
come
know.
on. Like I'm really, dude, I'm
Build
really
one.
trying to be like that because I wouldn't want anyone to, to be an innocent bystander if they're not ready for it or they don't see it coming. But I like I said, I've always felt something was going to happen because when Korea was the thing and Trump was in office, a lot of people were asking me, "Well, Nakata, you're in the military. Do you think we're going to go to a war with Korea?" I was like, "No." I said, I told him, I said, if a war is going to happen, it's going to be another civil war. And the way things are brewing and the way things have been going lately, that might happen. I hope not, but
I mean, if people freak out about toilet paper, imagine how they're gonna freak out if there's a real war and like.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, dude. Yeah, I thought it was going to be bad if Hillary Clinton got elected, but then Trump did. But I thought everything was still going to go crazy if Trump got elected. I thought maybe he'd get assassinated, but everyone said the same thing about Obama getting elected because he was black, that he was going to get assassinated. But he just went and bombed a bunch of people in his second term. So good on you.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah, man. He
He
turns the
dies in The
terrorists into-
Simpsons though, so he might die still.
I don't know.
Here's a good question: if the apocalypse hit, how long do you wait till you jerk off? When you know it.
If I felt like we had a couple hours where we'll be good and no one's going to try to come and try to find us or do anything, I think I'd have someone jerk me off at least, or I'd try to rip one out.
Yeah.
You got survival tactics? You ever thought of that? You prep with like canned food and shit.
Yeah, but then my therapist calls it paranoia and that I should take a pill for it, but I don't trust pharmaceutical drugs for that reason. So
Yeah, I agree. I think you should have a little something. Obviously, it's impossible to have a bunker like
hey,
in the TV
like
shows,
you,
but
you got to prepare for when you get a flat tire, right? You drive your car every day. You got to be prepared, right? And why wouldn't you want to be prepared for the worst to happen? And not everything's going to be great. Like, stuff's going to happen. Fires, tornadoes, floods. Like, you still got to be prepared. It's unsmart to not be prepared for those things. If you're not prepared for a flood and you've seen Colorado flood before and your house floods, well, that's on you for not being prepared. But who are you going to be mad at? You're going to be mad at somebody because, well, the state didn't do this, blah, blah, blah. You're going to blame someone else for your house getting fucked up, right?
yeah, but I'm talking about like apocalyptic type scenarios.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying that's why I'm saying prepared for everything. So I think, if you're ready for those types of scenarios, like if you have a lot of MREs or like if you do buy guns and you know how to use them and everything, like I think that's great.
Yeah, but I think
Pray
about
to God
like
you don't have to use it,
even
but
if
you
you're
should
a
be
really
ready.
good shooter, you're at a huge disadvantage in this time of era with the technology you could buy with money,
First
Right.
10 minutes.
Like-
That's what I would.
like night vision goggles and shit. Dude, they're gonna take everybody the fuck out. Some guy's gonna create a little Tango Down team and just fuck everybody up.
Maybe.
I'm sure, like people with extreme
But look,
Night
military
vision,
and all this gear
like
and
thermal.
shit.
You have any thermal vision on any of your guns?
Listen, we're talking about a small force of people. There's way more civilian people than there are of militarized people who can do stuff like that. You'd realize that, right? And we own the American people. We can arm the whole Marines twice over. So I'm pretty sure if everyone just banded together and they wouldn't live in fear so much, that we could actually take over people who are trying to fucking get us to be
Do you think
communists or
people
something
would
crazy,
band
you know?
together like that though?
I pray every night that
Some
they do,
groups
really.
would be made, like in a civil war. Groups would be made. Leaders
That's what I'm
would
saying,
become
yeah.
in place.
Militant
we'd
forces
start over.
happen.
We start over.
And like I said, I hope so. I pray that everyone they become aware and like they help out. You know what I mean? And they don't live in fear because they know if we don't, we're going to have something way worse happen to us than, you know, sometimes people do have to die, and that is a sad part, but people die every day anyways, and look how we're living still.
There's
We're
this
still
episode
dying.
I saw really cool of Doomsday Preppers. This guy convinced his whole neighborhood to, like, get involved. And, like, their neighborhood is blocked off with, like, reinforced fences and shit, like the perimeter of their neighborhood. And, like, once a week or once every month or something, they'll get together and do safety tactics, how to board up your house quickly, like how to make homemade pepper spray, shit like that. It's pretty cool.
They would have done great in the 50s.
No kidding. Yeah,
Just
duck and cover, boys. Just duck and cover.
Oh my God!
Like that lava ship from
Keep
South
our
Park.
neighborhood white.
What do you
know?
do? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why they're gentrifying everything downtown in Denver, man.
What do you mean?
He said keep it white as a joke, and I said, yeah, that's why they're gentrifying everything.
Are gingers white?
Yeah, I know. That's why.
As soon as you see
Or are they just
a
something
Native
else?
American
They're
mural,
gentrifying.
you know the gentrification's coming. A coffee shop and one Indian person, like just done. You're done. They have feathers.
Did you
You're
say
fucked.
gentrification?
No,
or
gentrification.
Oh, they said gentrification.
But I was making a joke because I'm a ginger. I said the white people are gentrifying everything. I was making a joke.
I thought I was having a stroke for a second. I couldn't hear you guys properly. We're good now.
All right, as long as you don't smell burnt toast, you're good, bro. Good, man.
One time I thought I smelled rotten eggs. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. But
Not
it didn't
rotten
happen.
eggs. You probably just farted, but
Isn't that like sulfur or something?
I think
Rotten
it's
eggs?
like something was rotten. I don't know what rotten eggs is, but burnt toast I know is a stroke.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah, rotten eggs might be something. I don't know.
I've heard that. I don't know.
I'm Asian, but I'm no doctor, fellas. I'm AAA, but you should still go seek medical attention.
Like, I got something, down on my sack. You mind checking it out after the camera?
I'll do it, but not because I'm a physician. All right, you guys. When we come back from the break, I'm going to tell you how big his dick is. No,
All
so
right.
be
We're going to do a
truthful
little
now.
medical examination. We'll be right back.
Yeah, who needs a rectal exam?
Me first.
Go clean. Go clean yourself.
Short and wide, boys. Short and wide.
Got
That's why.
gloves.
That's why I
Make
call
sure
it
your hands are
Sergeant
clean.
Stubby.
That's why my ex broke up with me.
Fingernails nice and trimmed.
You
Yeah,
do a
they're a
tor-
little dirty though. I'll glove up though because I want to be hygienic.
You do a
Nice.
tornado motion on the way in? I'll pay you extra.
No, I just
That's what I do in the shower every night, you know?
I just tell him to take a nice deep breath in.
He's like, you're like, I'm gonna count to 5, right? And he going on 2. He's like, oh,
No, what I do is I'm going to count to 5. So take a deep breath in. I'm going to go 5. So it's going to be 5.
the gym coach didn't even ask, you know?
No, man.
He
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
count.
But hey, he made a lot of jokes. He's a nice guy.
Whenever doctors try to like set the move, like being cool and jokey about it when they're doing a rectal.
I wouldn't,
Oh
I
my
wouldn't
God,
want
dude.
that. I'd be
Get
like,
ready
dude,
for
are you-
this,
are you-
Bill.
Are you serious?
Hey, you know what? That's why I'm glad my girl's going to become a nurse, bro, because when I need a prostate, if I need to go get checked, I'm going to make sure she sticks her finger in my
Or
ass
you can
first.
try prostate milking.
Like,
I mean, I guess so, yeah. As soon as she
It's like
graduates.
that movie,
The
Road
facial
Trip.
expression.
Is that Road Trip?
Yeah. It's
She'll know how to
Sean
do it.
William
She
Scott.
should know how to do
Yeah.
it.
Did I say 2? Better make it 3.
Yeah.
I think it's part of their fucking, what do you call the little frame they use to teach people in school? There's a word for it. Oh, that's part of the syllabus.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that's a crazy school.
Syllabus.
That's how you do a prostate exam, kids, right?
I mean, doctoral
Like, at
school,
least
I
junior
guess.
med- at least
It's not- it's so
junior
unheard of, I
medical
guess, right?
What if their teacher's a woman? She's like, tired of sucking your man's dick. I'm going to show you how to not have to do that anymore.
Milk his ass at the same time.
Milk his ass and he'll never stop working.
It's like
I'll take out student loans for that one, all right?
It's like community college women's studies.
Oh, right. And if your jaw gets tired, use a grapefruit, honey. Use grapefruit. You guys
One time I made, when I was younger, I made I don't know what the fuck you do in
A
call
fifi.
it.
You made
but
fifi,
you roll,
huh?
you roll a towel and you put a
You
condom.
made a fifi, bro.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a fifi.
What the fuck
That's
were
a
you calling it
DIY
back in the day? What you
fleshlight,
calling it?
right?
Like
Yeah.
a prison pussy or
Everyone
some
did
shit?
that. Oh,
bro.
prison.
Hey, you want to know what a prison pussy is?
prison
That's just
towel.
called an asshole.
I'll tell you what a
His name's Gray.
I'll tell you what a prison pussy is. So you take a cup, right? Usually a Dixie cup, and you get a sponge. Usually, if you can get 2, because what you do is you fold
The
it.
indent, yeah.
Yeah. You make enough, and then you get a rubber band around the sponges, and then you put a glove. Put a glove on the inside like around it. So you just fuck the glove over the sponge in the cup.
Just called ours Ronald, you know?
Ronald.
Right.
We'll be right back after these short messages.
Call him your bunkmate.
We're just gonna improvise, dude. Make a character. You pop in whenever you want. So do you. Just improvise.
All right.
And if you fuck up, you fuck up.
All right.
I'm gonna start with a narrator to set the mood. Billy had finally made his way back into town, and he knew where he had to find a man who had murdered his wife and kids. And so he went to the local tavern, where they knew that Michael, the bartender, really knew what's up with the city. And I'm gonna let y'all know that this ain't no game.
That doesn't sound.
You already know who I am for some reason, okay? I just sit down.
Howdy, Bill.
Michael,
Have the regular
what's the regular?
whiskey.
Dude, how'd you fucking...
I'm here looking for Steve, all right?
Well, I ain't seen Steve in about a month now.
You know you ain't gonna get anywhere without telling me where Steve is.
But I don't understand.
I already know you have a man pointing a gun at me to my 6 o'clock.
Yeah, this is Steve. I'm right here, Bill. Heard you been looking for me.
All right, Steve, I just gotta tell you one thing. Why'd you fucking do it?
Cause I was jealous. I was jealous of you, Bill.
Jealous of what? I've always been chill with you, bro.
Yeah, but you had a fancy golden 6-shooter, and I was born with dirt. With dirt on my fucking bottom.
Dirt on.
Who the fuck are you, guy?
He has. It's true. I've been around Steve my whole life. Dirt.
I
The
still
whole
that dirt is crusted on my ass, Bill.
So he's been here the whole time. So you knew I was coming.
Oh, we've been watching you.
Tell him, Steve. Fuck him up, Steve.
All right, thank you for listening to another episode of the I-G-S.so podcast. We've had a really good time. We hope you did too. We're going to plug everybody's social medias on here. This is going to come out a week after, so there's no point in plugging your comedy dates unless you have one coming up next week.
Not
No?
at all.
Nope.
Thank you, ladies and
Alright.
gentlemen.
Thank you guys.
Have a good one. Thank you for listening.